Namaste, welcome to Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 8 p.m. Now we are studying the 13th chapter, that is Kshetra Kshtrajna Vibhag Yoga, shloka number 31 to 35. So I welcome all of you, and if somebody is available to start the session, 31st, shloka number 31st. Who is the person who is going to chant shloka number 31st? Namaste.
Namaste, Doctor.
Shloka number 31, Amma.
Some Radharajeshwari ji has told that she is going to chant it.
Okay, what she is there or not?
I don't think she is there.
Okay, let me check with her. So this we are doing with so much of Raja Rajeshwari ji, namaste. We have started the session. If you can, Okay, what we will do is you can only on this phone only you can start telling. I will put you on the loudspeaker, Amma. Okay? Yeah. Just a second. Yeah. On this phone only we will do it off. We are live, and yeah. Okay, Ma, you can start.
Om Shri Krishna Paramatmane Namaha. Tat त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः Kshetra Vibhagayogah. Shloka 13-31. Yata bhuta brudat bhavam ekastaman pashyati tata eva cha vistaram brahma sampadyate tada. The meaning is, when they see the diverse variety of living beings situated in the same material nature and understand all of them to be born from it, they attain realization of the Brahman. For example, the ocean modifies itself in many forms, such as the wave, froth, tide, ripples, etc. One who is shown all these individually for the first time, one who is seeing that all these individually for the first time may conclude that they are all different. But one who has knowledge of the ocean sees the inherent unity in all the variety. Similarly, there are numerous forms by existence from the tiniest amoeba to the most powerful celestial gods. Sir Krishnarpana.
Thank you very much, Raja Rajeshwari ji. You can log into the Yenri channel where we are live, and you can enjoy the rest of the discussion. Thank you very much. So this is what it is. We always try to separate ourselves. Prithak means separate. Individuality arises, but when the individuality is removed and when we expand, vistaram Brahma. So when we expand ourselves to the Brahman, and that is how we will be able to achieve the supreme consciousness, and we will be able to become one with the supreme consciousness. So that is the highest level of truth, and it requires lots and lots of efforts for us to do that. Our individuality very easily kicks in. We suddenly, oh no, I am Maharashtrian. You are Kannadiga. Oh, okay. No, I am Tamil. So like that, language separates us. Sometimes religion separates us. Sometimes our occupation. In our banking sector, we have this kind of work. In our medicine, oh, you are Ayurvedic doctor. No, I am medical doctor. Oh, you are a yoga therapist. No, I am yoga instructor. Like that, so many different kinds of classifications we have created, and I see very easily our individuality kicks in. And I hope and I wish that we all go beyond that individual feeling and we merge together and we reach the Brahman. What means what I see here at Henry is we all coming from different aspects of life coming together and discussing beyond our classifications, beyond our individual identities. That is what is the beauty of Henry, and that is what we are cultivating here. And I hope and I wish that we will be able to flourish it more. Thank you very much. Now, next one, Sloka number 32.
Namaste, Doctor. This is Godamani.
Namaste, Godamani ji, please.
13th chapter, Kshetra Kshetrajna Yoga Vibhaga Yoga. Kshetra is the body, material, mutable, and perishable. Kshetrajna is the soul, the knower of the Kshetra, essence of knowledge, immutable, eternal, and imperishable. Hence, this chapter is given the name, the Yoga of Discrimination. I'm going to chant 32nd shloka. Anaditva nirgunatvat paramatmayam avyayah Sharirastupi kaunteya na karoti na lipyate. O son of Kunti, the Supreme Soul is imperishable, without beginning and devoid of any material qualities. Although situated within the body, it neither acts nor is it tainted by material energy. That which has no origin or cause, which is never born anew, and which has existed forever, is called anadi, or without beginning. And nirguna is that which lies entirely beyond Prakriti and her gunas, and which has no real connection at any time and under any circumstance whatsoever with the gunas and their evolutes. The use of the two words anaditvat and nirgunatvat therefore shows that the subject of discussion, the self, is both without beginning and without attributes. Therefore, it is actionless, untainted, and indestructible. The demonstrative adjective I am points to that which has been discussed immediately before. The use of this adjective along with the word Paramatma therefore shows that the Supreme Spirit referred to in this verse is the same as has been spoken of in previous verses as Parameshwara, the Supreme Lord, Ishvara, the Lord, Atma, the Self, and as the Brahman, the Supreme. In other words, the use of I am is intended to show that all these terms are identical in meaning. It may be asked here, if all these terms refer to the same entity, why was it necessary to use different words for the same thing? It's because in the verse number 3 of this same chapter, the Lord undertook to reveal to Arjuna the character and the glory of the Kshetrajna, the knowing self. Therefore, the Lord deliberately used different words expressive of the divine principle in order to reveal the essential character of the Kshetrajna, which is identical with the Supreme Eternal Spirit. In reality, the self has no connection whatsoever with the gunas of Prakriti and their evolutes in the form of the intellect, mind, sense, and the body. It exists entirely beyond the gunas. Just as either, though present in the clouds, does not become their originator, nor is it affected by them, even so the self is never the doer of actions, nor does it get contaminated by the bodies. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanam. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you very much. Godamani ji, thank you very much. And a very beautiful explanation. In short, very nice. Here we have to understand this Nirguna Tattva. This Nirguna Tattva we have to understand. And Nirguna means no guna, it is not like that. It is beyond guna. Beyond guna is Nirguna. And what is happening with our, sattva, rajas, and tamas? We get entangled in moha. We get entangled in moha. We get entangled with ignorance, and because of that, there are so many things which keep on happening. Can somebody mute themselves? It's some sound is coming from the back, and then here we have to understand the timelessness of all the things. We have to understand the cyclical nature of things, and when we understand this, at that point we will realize that we are not the master, we are not the servant, we are beyond mastery, we are beyond service. And that is where, even if you are a servant, you will not feel inferior. Even if you are a master, you will not feel superior. That is what is nirguna tattva. And that is where we have to all realize here, when we are discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is not that I am your guru or you are my shishyas. We are all discussing together. We are all creating expanded awareness together. That togetherness is bringing more nirguna tattva, rather than it should being like from up to down or down to up kind of a thing. And this not getting tinted, na lipyate, na karoti, na lipyate, that thing can happen only when we don't infuse our mind with a lot of desires and lot of moha or lobha, kama, krodha, mada, moha, lobha, matsarya, what we call it as. And it requires consistent efforts. It is not just once you read or once you memorized and it happens. It's not like that. There is no software update for our mind. Our mind has to be continuously, it has to be modified, and it has to be expanded into a better awareness. With that understanding, we'll move on to the 33rd shloka.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Godavari.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Namaste.
Namaste, Gautam.
Okay. ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ श्रीमद् भगवद गीता त्रयोदश अध्याय त्रिंशति श्लोकः। क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ विभाग योगः। यथा सर्वगतं सूक्ष्माद् आकाशं नोपलिप्यते सर्वत्र अवस्थितो देहे तथात्मानोपलिप्यते। जिस प्रकार सर्वत्र व्याप्त आकाश सूक्ष्म होने के कारण किसी भी वस्तु में लिप्त नहीं होता, ऐसे ही ब्रह्म दर्शन प्राप्त जीवात्मा अति सूक्ष्म होने के कारण देह में अवस्थित होते हुए भी देह धर्म में लिप्त नहीं होते हैं। कृष्ण भगवान कहते हैं, इस श्लोक का तात्पर्य, कृष्ण भगवान कहते हैं जैसे आकाश सर्वगत है, अर्थात समस्त पृथ्वी, जल, तेज, वायु, देव, मनुष्य, कीचड़, पशु, कृमि आदि सभी वस्तुओं में रहते हुए भी आकाश सूक्ष्म होने के कारण इन वस्तुओं के भले बुरे गुणों में लिप्त नहीं होता। ठीक उसी तरह जीवात्मा भी अत्यंत सूक्ष्म होने के कारण देव, मनुष्य, पशु, कृमि आदि समस्त शरीरों में स्थित रहकर भी उन शरीरों के गुणों दोषों को ग्रहण नहीं करती। आत्मा कितनी सूक्ष्म है यह पहले एक बार बताया गया है। एक बाल के अग्रभाग को 100 टुकड़ा किया जाए, फिर उस एक छोटे से टुकड़ों को भी 100 भाग किया जाए, तो जितना सूक्ष्म एक भाग होगा उतना ही सूक्ष्म जीवात्मा है। तो इसलिए जीवात्मा कैसे शरीर के साथ सन्निविष्ट है एवं इस जड़ शरीर के अंत के बाद कैसे इस शरीर को छोड़कर चले जाते हैं, यह जड़ चक्षु के द्वारा देखा नहीं जाता। जड़ विज्ञान भी इस चीज को व्याख्यान करने में असमर्थ है। जय श्री कृष्ण। सर्वम श्री कृष्ण अर्पणमस्तु।
मैं देख रहा हूँ गौतम बहुत कुछ बोलना चाहते हो पर बोल नहीं पा रहे हो। यही this is the point when your experience prajna will start. Okay, and yes, whatever we speak is insufficient when we are trying to experience the thing. So here when you are explaining atma tattva is like electricity. like in this laptop there is a lot of electricity. That is how this laptop is working, and it is serving its purpose. Same way our body also. If body does not have prana or electricity, body will also not serve its purpose. But for the Atma to have the experience of Brahman, Atma needs a body, and then through that it will be able to expand into the supreme consciousness, that is Brahman. And that is what is this electricity. Okay. And that is where you can see that it is not affected by anything. It is there, but beyond that, this whatever manasthiti we have developed after gaining this body, that will create so much of liptata, and that liptata we remove, then we are able to refine and experience this electrical aspect, that is the Atman. Okay. In short, it means you can contemplate on this, then you will realize that it requires a lot of non-attachment, lot of non-attachment. Through that we will be able to experience the Atma Tattva. Next one.
Namaste, Doctor. Vasundhara here.
Namaste, Vasundhara ji. Namaste.
Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Chapter 13, Shloka 34. Yatha prakasha yatyekaha kritsnam lokamimam ravihi kshetram kshetri tatha kritsnam prakashayati bharata. In the 13th chapter, Sri Krishna is responding to the questions posed by Arjun on Prakriti, Purush, Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Here in this shloka, Krishna gives the example of the luminous sun to further explain Kshetrajna and the Kshetra. Let us see first the meaning of some of the words. Prakashayatyeka is illuminating alone. Krishnam, entire. Lokamimam, this world. Kshetri, Lord of Kshetra, Atma or Kshetrajna. Krishna says, Hey Bharat, just like the sun standing alone at one place illuminates the entire world, the Lord of the Kshetra or the Atman energizes the entire Kshetra. Here, the illustration of the sun serves to highlight two aspects of the scenario. The first one is that, like the sun stands alone and illuminates the solar system or the universe, Atma is energizing the entire Kshetra. And secondly, like the sun, it is no way affected in doing so. The sun shines at all times. The barren land and lush regions get the same sunlight. A saint may use the sunlight to write holy scriptures, while a crook may use the sunlight to make duplicate case. The sun is unattached and is unaffected by the activities taking place where its rays are reaching or how its light is being used. The sun thus stands apart from the universe it illuminates. In the same manner, the individual Atma illuminates the field or the Kshetra. The Atma, seated in the body, spreads its consciousness throughout the field, which includes the body, mind, and intellect. From head to toe, the body functions under the effect of its consciousness. It may perform good or bad deeds. However, the Atma is unaffected and does not interfere. We may recall that Krishna mentioned in chapter 2, verse 23, that consciousness is the symptom of the Atma, hence it can be perceived, but the Atma itself cannot be directly interacted by any material object. The Atma does not dry due to the wind, nor it gets wet due to water. The fire does not burn it. Coming back to the comparison with the sun, just as the sun is a separate entity, altogether different from the objects it illuminates, so is the Kshetrajna is a separate entity energizing Kshetra, and yet it stands apart from it. It's not contaminated by the actions of the Kshetra. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanam.
Very good, very beautiful, Vasundhara ji, with the example of Bhagwan Sri Surya. You have explained the difference between Kshetra and Kshetrajna.
Thank you, Doctor.
When the Kshetra and Kshetrajna get fused, that is the point where all these problems they arise. No, we have to understand that also. When Kshetra means the body is coming in contact with the Kshetrajna, that is the soul, that is Atman. What is happening? It is gaining that consciousness, gaining that manas, buddhi, ahankar, ego, basically. And because of that, a lot of attachments and all these things, they start. And that is where this play of trying to separate oneself from the Kshetrajna and trying to feel as if we are the Kshetrajna, but actually we are being run through the Kshetrajna, through the solar system, through the Surya Prakash. That is what we do in the morning, no? Every day morning we think, we visualize that each and every cell of our body is energized through solar energy. Food which is eaten by us is coming through Bhagwan Sri Surya. Oxygen which is burning the glucose in our body is coming through Bhagwan Sri Surya. So that is Kshetrajna. And when we identify the Kshetrajna within us, our bodily consciousness, that is Kshetra consciousness, will come down. And that is how we will be able to realize Brahman. So ultimately, it is what it is our unnecessary pride, unnecessary ego, all these things. They keep us down. They keep us out of our real understanding, our true selves, and that is how we enter into unnecessary problems, unnecessary worries, unnecessary quarrels, so on and so forth. And if we want to come out of all these things, we have to identify the Kshetrajna and keep focusing on the Kshetrajna. And that is how we will be able to come out of all this Mohamaya. Okay. Thank you very much. Next one. Next one. Who is the next one? 35. Who is 35?
No one was listed.
Anybody wants to take?
Shall I try, Doctor?
Who is that?
Rajam.
Rajamji, please take.
Sri Paramatmane Namaha. Kshetrajna yorevam antaram jnana chakshusha bhuta prakriti moksham cha
ye viduyanti te param. Ha.
ye viduryanti te param. Kshetrajnyoho, between the Kshetra and Kshetrajna, antaram, distinction, jnana chakshusha, by the eye of knowledge, bhuta prakriti moksham, the liberation from the prakriti of being, viduhu, no, yanti, go, param, the supreme. Tatparyam, one who perceives with the eye of wisdom the distinction between the Kshetra and Kshetrajna and the deliverance of beings from Prakriti will reach the Supreme. Om Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Om Tat Sat.
Om iti Srimad Bhagavad Gita su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Kshetrajna Vibhag Yogo Nama Trayodashodhyayah. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. So with this, we have finished this chapter, and when we realize the truth, when we realize the knowledge about Kshetra and Kshetrajna, what happens? We understand the difference between who we are truly and who we are not, Atma and Anatma. That is what is written here. Okay, Atma and Anatma. We realize the truth between what is conscious and what is unconscious. We realize between Prakriti and Purusha. We realize our essence, our real essence, what exactly we are, and through that, can we enter into that formless state and realize our true selves. That is what it happens when we get the knowledge of Kshetra and Kshtrajna together. Okay. And at the end of the day, what will happen if I want to tell in one line? If I want to tell in one line, for us, the body idea will become meaningless. Those who identify the Kshetra and Kshtrajna, for us, body idea will be meaningless. We will know that we are not this body, we are beyond this body, and because of body, whatever attachments they start, no, we see, no, because many a number of times I come across this only, that everybody wants to do yoga to keep the body young, to keep the body diseaseless, and to keep the body healthy and all these things. At that time, in my mind, I will be laughing. I will be seeing that, oh wow, so for you yoga is only this much, that okay, I want to keep my body healthy. And that is why many of you are there with me and practicing yoga, Brahma Muhurat yoga. You would have seen most of the times I'm not telling any benefits of any asanas. I'm not telling, oh, this pranayam you will do, that is how your this will happen and your sugar will get controlled, your BP will go down. Very rarely I speak like that. Do you people agree? Do you people agree to that?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, because for me, I don't find it is a good idea to tell that yoga is going to benefit your body in this manner. Yoga is going to benefit you to realize your true selves. That is what is our main agenda. Main agenda is to find our true selves, and for that we have to get rid of our Kshetra, and we have to identify our Kshtrajna. That is our body idea we have to get rid of. So that is what is this whole chapter all about. Finding the Kshetra, finding Kshtrajna, identifying our true selves, and removing all the attachments related to the Kshetra. With that understanding, thank you very much everybody for joining in. And if you have any comments, any feedback, any small item to do, we are more than happy to do that. Otherwise, we will pause here. Next week, we will do the summary of this chapter. At that time, we can enter into bhajan state and all these things. Okay. So let us join our hands together. Omkar followed by Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With your eyes closed, slowly take your both the hands back. Hold your right wrist with the left palm. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, bend from the root of the back, touch your forehead to the ground. Express gratitude to Mother Earth, Almighty, your parents and Guru. Slowly inhale and come up. Slowly release your hands. With few blinks, you may open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. I request at least, bring one or two more people to practice this Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and take some time also to chant the shloka. Take some time to learn the chanting of the shloka. Here we have Rajamji. Here we have Rajarajeshwari ji. There are so many, our elderly people, they are ready to teach the shloka chanting. You can contact me also. Nityashri also, she has remembered, she has memorized the whole Bhagavad Gita. That is what I understand. And it's very important that we chant it also properly. We improve our chanting capabilities also. Okay. And next week we are going to do summary along with some bhajans and all these things we will do. Okay. Thank you very much everybody.
Thank you. Dhanyavad, doctor.
थैंक यू सर.
थैंक यू
मयूर जी, मुझे लगता है कि बहुत लोग लैंग्वेज की वजह से आने में या श्लोक चैंटिंग करने में हिचकिचाते हैं.
ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है गौतम जी, आप तो हमेशा हिंदी में बोलते हो, किसी ने आपको रोका है?
नहीं, मेरे एक दो दोस्त है, वो लोग हिंदी भी नहीं जानते हैं, बांग्ला में बोलते हैं, इसलिए वो लोग नहीं, मैं बोला था
थोड़ा बांग्ला भी सीख लेंगे.
जी जी
हमें भाषाएं सीखने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। यहाँ
जी।
पर पूरा हम सभी की भाषाओं का, सभी भाषाओं में कुछ कुछ शब्द कॉमन है, क्योंकि सभी भाषाओं का जो जन्म हुआ है वो संस्कृत भाषा से हुआ है ना।
हम्म।
सो हम उसमें
हाँ
we will be able to understand, we will be able to expand our language understanding also. Okay, not an issue. Okay,
हाँ, क्योंकि
कोई बात नहीं।
क्योंकि मैं भी कभी कभी कुछ कुछ इंग्लिश वर्ड नहीं समझ पाता हूँ, इसलिए मैं भी देखता रहता हूँ कि
ओके
क्या
ओके,
इसका क्या अर्थ होगा, ये
नो
सोचता
नो
रहता हूँ, इसलिए
नो प्रॉब्लम,
दोबारा ये सेशन देखना पड़ता है।
नहीं कोई बात नहीं। And I request everybody to even also put some comments beneath the this video, no, what we are doing. And as you all know, we reached 4,000 family members in Mayur V Kaku channel. It is because of all of your consistent efforts, continuously sharing and all these things. This channel also, Yenri, we have reached till 240. I think we can get it up. We can take it up, and we can bring this channel also up. Here, so there are so many other things also we need to do. We will do as we progress. Okay. We have to do a lot of things. We are just warming up. We are just coming together. We have to do lots of things. We will do as we move on. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
ओके, धन्यवाद, शुभरात्रि।
Shubharatri.
Thank you.
Shubharatri.
Thank you,
Shubharatri.
Dhanyavad, Doctor.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskaram.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskaram. Shubharatri.